Whenever I tell someone how many books I read, the first question I get asked is, how? Hi, my name is Alina. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to share my top 5 tips and tricks on how to read more and don't get burned out. But before we dive into more practical tips, I want to start with something more important, and this is the core question you should ask yourself. Why do you want to read more books? Do you want to read more books because you genuinely just want more amazing stories in your life? Do you just want more time with yourself? Do you want more time enjoying your little hobby? And by more, you should also define how many. How many books is a good and achievable reading goal for you? For example, for me, it's 50 to 52 books a year. For you, this number could be different. It could be 30 books a year. It could be 20 books a year. Or if you're just starting on your reading journey, it can be 5 books a year. And it's totally fine to read that many books. Or is it because you feel some kind of peer pressure, or you're comparing yourself to other people and their reading goal, their reading speed? Just don't forget that we're all different and we all have our own circumstances, we all have our own rituals and chores and responsibilities. Not everyone is a full-time reader. I am not a full-time reader. I have a full-time job beside reading. So just be, I guess, gentle and realistic with yourself, defining why do you want to read more books? What kind of value is it gonna bring to your life? Because for me, reading is the most relaxing and the most precious time that I get to spend with myself. And so reading does not feel like a chore. For me, it's a very natural process. I don't feel that I need to force myself to read. I think the most important question is, how many books do you realistically want to read and enjoy? And once you clearly define for yourself on why do you want to make reading your habit, we are ready to jump into a more practical part of our video. The first tip is make reading a ritual. Reading isn't just about books, it's about experience. Turn your reading into a little ritual. Light a candle, get cozy in your little reading nook, make yourself some nice warm drink, maybe it's a cup of tea or coffee, or get a little fancy drink for yourself to make it fun. And I promise, when reading feels like you get to treat yourself and feel special, you will look forward to it every day. The next tip is 10-minute rule. Don't underestimate this little habit trick. If you struggle to find time for books, try this 10-minute rule. Set a timer for just 10 minutes to read a day. Choose any book that you want. I promise you, most of the time you will end up reading more. And even if not, it's still 10 minutes of amazing book time that you wouldn't have had otherwise. Tip number 3. Audiobooks is your secret weapon. Let's get it straight, once and for all. Listening to audiobooks is reading, okay? If you are super busy and you don't have time to just sit and read a physical book or your Kindle, try audiobooks. You can read while commuting, while cooking, while doing chores around the house, or even while you're doing some kind of craft, which is multitasking. Yay! Trust me, listening to audiobooks has been a game changer for me. I have 1.5 hour time commute just one way to my work, and listening to audiobooks has been a life-changing for me. Tip number 4. Allow yourself to read more than one book at a time. Sometimes one book is just not enough, especially if you're a mood reader like me. You need at least a couple books to rotate between in order to actually enjoy your reading time. Try keeping different books for every mood. Maybe it's a cozy fantasy for your bedtime. Maybe it's a fast-paced epic fantasy for weekends. Maybe it's a non-fiction book in the morning when you just woke up. That way you will always have something you are excited to read. Because let's be honest, sometimes I wake up and I really don't feel like reading something super epic, complicated, political plot heavy book, and I want something cozy and comforting. That's why I always have at least maybe 3 books that I'm rotating based on my mood. Tip number 5. DNF is your friend. Okay guys, this one may be a little controversial, but let's just break this century-old reading habit that we've all had. I'm just gonna say it. You don't have to finish every book that you read. If a book isn't bringing you joy, just put it down. I'm not gonna judge you. I have realized it such a long time ago, and I'm so glad that I did. Life is just too short to force yourself into a book that you're genuinely not enjoying, because there are so much more amazing stories that await you if you just put this one book down and DNF it. That's why DNF pile exists. Okay, I know I promised you just 5 tips, but I couldn't leave you without one bonus tip. Make reading social. It's such an amazing way to make reading a habit when you actually share it with someone. Reading doesn't have to be solitary. You can always join a book club, you can start a reading challenge with your friend, or you can just chat with fellow book lovers online, either on Instagram or TikTok or any other social media that you're using. Talking to someone about your favorite books makes it just so much more memorable and fun, so I highly recommend it. Okay, my friends, that's it for today. I hope you found something useful for yourself and for your reading journey. If you have more reading tips that helped you personally to read more, make sure you share them in the comments. I would love to talk to you about it. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more bookish content to come. Happy reading! I will see you in the next one.